Welcome back. Now, England are preparing for their World Cup quarter-final clash against early tournament favourites France, taking place this evening. So, can England win? Well, joining me now is the former Leeds United and England footballer, Danny Mills. Danny Mills, good to see you this afternoon. Now, I know you played in a World Cup back in 2002. You got to the quarter-finals. How do you think they'll be feeling?
I think there'll be an air of excitement. There'll, of course, be a touch of nerves. But I think what they will realise, like we fought against when we played Brazil in 2002, if you win this game, if you beat the world champions, you have a fantastic opportunity of going on to reach the final. And then, of course, who knows what can happen. So I think it's all about this game. Get through this game, win this game, and I'm pretty confident England will get to the final.
Oh, well, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? You've probably seen some of the footage of them in training ahead of this match. They don't look nervous.
No, I mean, it's a bit of a cliche, but you're very much sort of focused and tunnel vision. Kyle Walker, a lot of the chat has been about Mbappe, and on the other side, Luke Shaw against Dembele, Declan Rice against Griezmann in midfield. As a player, you're very, very focused on, first and foremost, do your job, win your one-on-one battle. And then you think, well, if I do a good job, then I can start to help out my teammates. And then maybe I can do something else, perhaps going forward, or if you're an attacker, defensively. So you become sort of quite selfish to start with. But I think that the biggest feeling is you don't want to let anybody down. You don't want to be the player to miss that chance, miss that penalty, to give the goal away. So you're incredibly focused at this point. Excited a little bit, but more you're just like, I just want to do a very, very good job.
Now, when we last saw them play against Senegal, they were a little bit tentative, weren't they, at the start of the match? They're not going to be able to do that against France, are they?
There's going to be moments in the game where France have some very, very good players, world-class players. We know that. Everybody is going to have to play well. Jordan Pickford will become very, very important. There'll be 3 or 4 moments where, he'll need to make big saves. This is not going to be an easy game. It's going to be very, very close, I think. It'll be to and fro right until the very, very end. Every single player in that England side and those that come off the bench need to step up. They need to have one of the best performances that they've ever had in an England shirt. And if they do that, I've got every confidence that we'll win.
And Danny, who do you think has been the player of the England side so far? I mean, you were mentioning there the substitutes bench. I mean, had some pretty good performances from some of the people coming off the bench, haven't we?
I think what's really good about this England setup and this England squad, maybe apart from Harry Kane, you could probably replace every single player in that side with somebody in the squad or somebody off the bench, and it doesn't necessarily weaken the team too much. This is very much, I think, about the team. Whereas in the past, we've hung our hat on Paul Gascoigne, on Wayne Rooney, and we've been so reliant on one player to play well, it's been a little bit of a problem. Yes, Harry Kane's important, but we've seen other players score goals. I think this team, this squad, is the best team and the best squad that we've had as a collective for some time. And that gives me, a lot of hope going into this game.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a big challenge ahead of them. France are, of course, defending champions. Is it significant that a lot of the England squad, they either play together or against each other in the Premier League, which is not the case for a lot of the French team?
That camaraderie is very, very important, understanding each other. You don't get a lot of time to work together when you're an international team. Normally people talk about playing a high press and playing a particular way. You can only do that if you are working every single day, day in, day out, for weeks on end. An international manager doesn't get that opportunity to work with the players for that long. Knowing each other, having an understanding of each other is absolutely vital. They're all good players. They've played in under-17 World Cups, under-20 World Cups. They've played deep into Champions League games. A lot of these players now are experienced at knockout football. That is going to be absolutely vital. But first and foremost, they've all got to step up. They've got to work as hard, if not harder, than every single player in that French team. And then they've got to rely on their quality to come through, and hopefully that'll be enough.
Well, I hope the boys have heard that. Danny, just a final thing. Where are you going to be watching, and what do you predict the scoreline to be?
I'm going to be sat at home watching this, probably biting nails all the way through. With my England hat on, I'm going to go England 2-1. But if I sit on the fence and become a neutral, this is the game. I think this is the closest quarter-final of them all. This could go either way. I could make an argument for France winning this 2-1. I could make a game for England winning this 2-1. So, but I'm going to go with heart. I'm going to go England 2-1.
All right, as long as it's not penalties. I don't think we could take that just
Let's
yet,
hope
could
not.
we?
Let's hope not.
Really good to talk to you, Danny. Enjoy the match.
Thank you.